If you are not happy with your playing, there's probably one specific thing that you need to work on, and I'm going to show you how to do that in today's video. Hey, my name is Jonah Fox with the Harmonica Revolution, and today we are going to talk about rhythm. Now, when you play music, your timing is everything. It's much more important than the notes that you play. When you are playing music, you can imagine that there is a consistent rhythmic pulse that is happening in the background. Sometimes it's obvious, like the beat of the drums, and sometimes it's more subtle and you have to pick it up from the combination of all the different instruments. Anyways, it's your job to match up with that pulse, or at the very least, impose your own rhythmic ideas that complement the song's rhythm on top of that. Now, when your rhythm is having trouble, it's usually not that your ideas are bad or that the song's too fast. It's usually that you're just not staying in time with the song because you're trying to do things that are too complicated. When you're thinking about what notes you should be playing, you're not thinking about your rhythm, and rhythm matters so much more. So in this video, I'm going to go over 3 different things that you can try to improve your rhythm. So let's start with number 1, rhythm practice while improvising. I like to do a lot of my practice while I actually improvise over backing tracks. And that means I put a backing track on, I set some sort of intention beforehand, and then I just play and I focus on that intention for a little while. So here's one easy way to improve your rhythm while playing over the blues, and that is to play the root note when you are using a consistent rhythmic pattern. So what you're going to do is you load up a blues track, you can find them on YouTube, and then you play the root note of that song. That means if you're playing on a C harp, we'd be playing in the key of G in 2nd position. You can play 2 draw when you're over the G chord, or any other octave of that note. When you hit the 4 chord, you can play 4 blow, or any other octave like 1 blow. And then when you hit the 5 chord, you play 4 draw. You can use a really simple rhythmic pattern like basic quarter notes. You can use whole notes. Or you can use a bluesy rhythmic pattern. Then you just start playing and you keep your notes consistent and you just focus on how rhythmically accurate you are. I'll give you a demo of this in a minute. Now, when you do this, I suggest you tap your foot to the music. It will help you internalize that main driving beat of the song, and it might help you stay in time as well. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, so I have a backing track loaded up. I'm just going to start by trying a couple different rhythms. As I said, I'm going to do quarter notes, I'm going to do whole notes, and then I'm going to use a rhythmic blues pattern. And you can just see how I try this. So here we go. Check it out. Whole notes. I'm going to use a pattern. Here we go. So that's what it's going to sound like. Just keep in mind that the rhythmic patterns that are going to work is going to vary between what backing tracks that you are going to play. So try different things out, find something that's cool, and just practice being nice and accurate on the beat. You may find this boring to do for a whole song, so you really just don't. You can do it for like the first minute or two of your jam, and then once you're getting kind of bored of it, just go and freely improvise. That's really all you need. If you do this on a regular basis, your rhythm will get more accurate. The next way I suggest you improve your rhythm is to use a metronome when you're practicing your scales. I know I talk about this a lot on this channel because it works. You can check out my free scale cheat sheet down in the description, and I go over how to do this there. The short version is that you get the notes of your scale in front of you, and then you turn out a metronome, and you start at a slow tempo, like 60 beats per minute, and then you play your scale going up and then back down. And then after you have a good run, you speed up a little, like 20 beats per minute, and then you just keep going faster and faster and faster until you just can't go faster anymore. I've made this process significantly easier with my app Harp Trainer. It gives you the scales on the screen, a metronome click in the background, a chord drone, and then you just play along with the video. If you're watching this on the week that I'm releasing this video, Harp Trainer is currently on sale until the end of the week. If you grab your copy this week, it's only $27. You can learn more by clicking the link in the description. The next way that I suggest you practice your rhythm is by using a rhythm training app. When I was in music school, I took a class that I found to be incredibly helpful. We would read notated rhythms from a book, and I'd have to go and clap those rhythms as I was reading the notes. Well, I can't say this was my favorite activity, but I will say, looking back, it really helped me. Maybe you would benefit from something similar, so you should consider checking out a rhythm training app. I don't have a specific suggestion for you. Just go onto the App Store on your phone and type in Rhythm Trainer, see what comes up. Most of these apps have you clicking a button for each beat of the rhythm. It can really help. Just don't overdo it. A couple minutes a day for a few weeks will really help you out. If you want your rhythm to be better, you need to hold yourself to a higher standard. You just can't accept bad rhythm in your playing anymore. And you may have to simplify your playing down so you can play with a better rhythm. Sometimes the biggest thing holding you back from a good rhythm is the fact that you're just trying to be too complicated. If you're not there yet, be less complicated, but play with a good rhythm, and that will bring you much further. Now, having good rhythm isn't the only thing that you need to be a good harmonica player, but it's a huge part of this game that we're playing. It would be worth your time to focus on it. So you can check out Harp Trainer if you're interested. It's on sale this week for $27, normally $47. Otherwise, I suggest you click this video up here if you want to learn more about the 12-bar blues exercise that we covered earlier. I'll see you next time. Peace.